You know, we take roads for granted, jump in the car, punch in an address, and boom, off we go. But those roads, those highways that crisscross this country like a giant asphalt spiderweb, they've got a story to tell. Back in the early 1900s, cars were still a novelty. Roads were a hodgepodge of dirt paths and muddy tracks, barely passable for most of the year. Then came the boom. The Model T rolled off the assembly line, and suddenly everyone wanted a car. More cars meant we needed better roads, and lots of them. That's when the idea of a national highway system started to take shape. In 1926, we got our first numbered highways, like Route 66, connecting Chicago to Los Angeles. So you're cruising down the interstate and you see that sign, I-95. Ever wonder what those numbers actually mean? There's a method to the madness. Odd-numbered interstates run north-south, while even-numbered ones run east-west. The lower the number, the further south or east the highway runs. I-10 will take you along the southern edge of the country, while I-95 hugs the east coast. Single-digit interstates like I-5 or I-90 are transcontinental highways. Three-digit interstates connect to main arteries, feeding traffic in and out of urban areas. If the first digit is odd, it loops around a city. Even first digit? That's a spur route connecting a smaller town or city to a nearby interstate. Now you might be thinking, Mike, why all the fuss about numbers? It's 2024, we got GPS now, and you'd be right. But even with all our fancy technology, there's something to be said for a system that's simple, intuitive, and easy to understand. You don't need a smartphone, a fancy app, or even a map, really. Just a basic understanding of odd and even, north and south, and you can navigate your way across the country. Imagine you're driving across the country. No map, no GPS, just you and the open road. You see a sign for I-80. Even number, you know it runs east-west. You're heading west, so you hop on and follow the signs. The system is designed for efficiency, for ease of use, and for getting you where you need to go with minimal hassle. It's a system that works, and it's one of the things that makes traveling in America so darn convenient. Section 4. Roadblocks and detours, where the system hits a dead end. But let's be real, folks. No system is perfect, and our beloved highway numbering system is no exception. While it's great for long-haul trips and cross-country adventures, it can get a little hairy when you're navigating the back roads, especially in those sprawling metropolitan areas. Remember those three-digit interstates, the ones that loop and spurt around cities? They can be a real head-scratcher. And then there are the inconsistencies, those quirks in the system that make you wonder if the folks who designed it ever actually drove a car. You got highways that suddenly change numbers for no apparent reason, routes that abruptly end or merge into seemingly unrelated highways. It's enough to make even the most seasoned road warrior reach for the aspirin. Section 5, paving the way for progress ideas for a smoother ride. So how do we fix it? How do we take a system that's fundamentally sound but showing its age and give it a much-needed tune-up? Let's streamline the numbering system, eliminate unnecessary route changes, and make sure those three-digit interstates are clearly marked and easy to follow. And while we're at it, let's ditch those secret exits and make sure all exits are clearly numbered and visible. We need a national standard for toll collection with interoperable transponders that work across state lines and a simplified billing system. Let's invest in smart infrastructure with sensors, cameras, and connected vehicles that can communicate with each other and with traffic management systems. And let's explore innovative solutions like dedicated truck lanes, high-speed rail lines, and even hyperloop systems. Section 6. Navigating the future, the evolution of American highways. Our highways, they're more than just roads. They're symbols of our freedom, our ingenuity, and our interconnectedness. They've shaped our history, our culture, and our very way of life. But as our needs evolve, so too must our infrastructure. We need a highway system that's not just efficient and easy to use, but also safe, sustainable, and ready to meet the challenges of the 21st century. Imagine a future where self-driving cars navigate our highways with precision, reducing accidents and improving traffic flow. Picture solar panels lining the roads, generating clean energy, and powering electric vehicle charging stations. Envision a transportation system that's seamlessly integrated with public transit, making it easier and more affordable to get around without relying solely on personal vehicles. The possibilities are endless, limited only by our imagination and our willingness to invest in the future. Section 7. On the road again, a final thought. So, the next time you find yourself cruising down the highway, take a moment to appreciate the ingenuity of that simple numbering system. It's a system that's served us well, but it's time for an upgrade. Let's work together to make our highways safer, smarter, and more efficient for everyone. After all, the open road is calling, and we've got a lot more exploring to do. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got a hankering for a road trip.